Hi there folks, thanks for clicking onto my channel today. This is Cooking with Sasha China, and today we're going to do chili, homemade chili. So the first thing we've got is some garlic granules, as you can see. Use fresh garlic if you want. Onion powder, again use fresh onions, if you want. Oregano, we got some cumin powder here, some chili flakes here, a tin of chopped tomatoes, and this one here we got some peppers and chili in there as well, just to make it extra bit spicier. Usually you're going to use some red kidney beans. Tonight I'm going to use some taco mixed beans from a certain supermarket that you can't see. Also I'm going to use some black beans as well that our friends got us from the American base. Shout out to Haley and Jason, thank you. And also we're going to use some tomato puree as well, some paprika, and obviously you're going to need your mince as well. Also what I'm going to do, guys, as well, I have done it on another video of mine. It's going to show you how I made homemade tortilla chips. Just some wraps, nice and easy, quick and fast. Bada bing, bada boo. Alrighty, let's get cooking. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is get your pan on. Oh, and also, Jay, shout out to you, girl. Woo! Hold on. For you, Jay, watch my video, cook this at home. Get your onion powder and garlic powder in there. Again, if you guys want to use fresh, use fresh. This is what I do. Pop some in there. Quantities, you guys know that I don't really do that. I'm going to put some garlic, onion. Not going to lie, that's quite a bit of onion. Throw those over there. Not going to and just let that burn off a little bit. Okay, so you got your garlic powder and your onion powder in there. Now time for your mince. Pop that straight in there. Try and break it up. So this is 500 grams of mince, and again this is going to feed 4 people tonight for dinner. Break it up, make sure it's all cooked off, and then we're going to add in the other ingredients, and we'll come back when that is all browned off. Okay, so once you've browned off the mince, that's when you're going to want to start to drain off all that fat that's in there. So I don't know if you guys can see this, but that, get rid of all of that. We're going to pour that away, and then we're going to come back when that's done. Alrighty, so once you've drained the fat off, now it's the time for the cumin powder to go in. I'm going to put in a bit in there. We're going to put in a dash of the chili flakes, just a little bit, because obviously, but add in however much you want of spice. A tiny bit of oregano as well. I'm going to go with the bigger side, so I'm adding in about a teaspoon roughly. Some tomato paste. Obviously you don't want to add too much, because obviously that makes it like super bitter. And now a bit of paprika. Just a smidgy. Just a smidgen of that. Bit of a mix. This is when it's going to start getting a little bit clumpy, because you haven't got any liquids in there, because we're taking the fat out. This is now when you're going to add in your tin of tomatoes. You can use normal tomatoes, plum tomatoes, any type of tomatoes you want. I've got these ones that've got a bit of pepper in them, and chili. Get that in there. Mix it up out. Give that a good mix. And now we're going to add in the taco mixed beans and also the black beans as well. because obviously we want to bulk this out, get a bit extra flavor in there. Remember, these beans have got a bit of spice to them as well, and obviously the liquid from them helps to cook everything in it. So this is why it's imperative that you drain off all the fat, because if you have too much fat in there, it's going to be just really nasty. Black beans in, and just give it a stir. Now at any point, if you feel that it's too dry, add in a bit of cold water and let it simmer away. So I would say at this consistency, it's okay. I may add in, just to get a bit more flavor of the tomatoes, a bit of water in this tin here. Mix it around, just pour it in, because we're now going to let it simmer. And as you can see, it's now gone quite watery. But you can see it, and honestly, you guys, if you can smell this, it smells absolutely amazing. So we're now going to let this simmer on a low heat with the lid on. For how long? I don't know. So we were actually waiting for one of the guys to come around. He's going to be about 5:30. It's now about 5 to 4 now, so we're gonna let it simmer till about 5 o'clock. Turn it off, let it simmer and like cook off in the heat, and we are good. So I'm gonna let that simmer away, and while that's simmering away, I'm gonna come back and show you how I do the homemade tortillas. See you later. Bye bye. Alrighty, so as you guys can see, let me just do a squat again. Usual Cooking with Sasha China squat. The chili's on there. It's been simmering for a while. Smelling lovely. Honestly, if it was smell-o-vision, you guys would be gasping for some more.
I can vouch for that.
Yes. Hayley's here again, guys. Say hi, Hayley.
Hello.
You remember her from my last video. Monique, again, this is for you. Oh, yes. Jay, again, a shout out for you. Anna, shout out for you for the great apron. Alrighty, so anyway, guys, I'm going to show you how I do the homemade tortillas. So the first thing you need is just simple wraps, any type of wraps. You want your white wraps, your home meal wraps, any types of wraps. Now my head's going to be cut out of this. Sharpen your knife. You're going to want to cut it in half, like that. Make sure it's fully in half. Pop that to the side. Cut that in quarters, like that. And then cut it into triangles. Now, again, obviously, if you want the tortillas to be smaller, cut them smaller. If you want them bigger, leave them the size. I personally don't mind them the size. We're just going to pile them up like that, put them to the side, cut them down the middle, like that, put them to the side. Get the other half that we put away, down the middle, like that, in the middle, like that. Nice and easy. Guys, like seriously, this is like super easy to do. You guys cannot go wrong. Now, the first thing you're gonna need is a bowl. In here, you probably can't see, I've got some olive oil, salt and pepper. The most simplest seasonings of all. You're gonna need either 1 baking tray or 2 baking trays, depending on how much you got. I've got 2. I got 2, so I'm going to pop them on. So it doesn't matter if you actually cook them off before your chili is done, only because at the end of the day you're going to want them cold. So I'm going to show you how I do them now. So I'll come up when it's ready. Yeah. Okay, so as you guys can see, once you have all your tortillas cut up, we're now going to lather them in oil. Lather! Alrighty, so we got our bowl here. As you guys can see, I got my brush. Going to get a nice dab on. Just slightly coat the tortillas like that. And just going to place them on. If they're not fully coated, it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, this is literally just to stop from sticking. But you can fry them as well. I personally just like to oven bake them because that's just me. But you can, yeah, healthier. Thank you, Hayley. But you can fry them as well. So totally up to you guys how you guys want to do it. But this is how I do it. Alrighty, we'll come back when it's done. Alrighty, so the tortillas have been in there for a couple of minutes. We're now going to take them out. And as you guys can see, they're not too bad. Alrighty, so we're going to get those out and put them on a shelf to cool off. Alrighty, so now we've got the batch of tortilla chips out. I'm now going to put the second batch in. Alrighty, so the second batch of tortillas have come out and they are ready. So now I'm going to let them cool in a bowl in my food net. Let them cool, and then once the chili is ready, they're going to be lovely to go with that homemade chili. Alrighty, folks. Okay, so we are ready. We've got our tortilla chips ready, homemade, our chili here, and our rice cooked. So as you can see, they're ready. I use the rice cooker in this recipe. The chili, you saw how I did it, and the tortilla chips. I always say do them and then let them cool down because they're always better cold. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. This was Cooking with Sasha China. I'll see you guys in my next video. This was Cooking with Sasha China. Woo! Bye!